Good morning, dear attendees. It is a pleasure to be with you today. The following presentation is named the CIP model, a proposal in the ELT via Google Meets. The speakers are named Dr. Benjamin Gutierrez Gutierrez from Benemérita Universidad Autónoma de Puebla and MED Ángel Tellezula from Secretaría de Educación Pública. Without further ado, let's start. Well, first of all, I would like to talk a little bit about the approach and method. For this study, 11 subjects were selected from one of the researchers' English conversation clubs, employing a mixed methods approach. According to research, mixed methods studies can help to confirm or cross validate relationships it discovers between variables, as when quantitative and qualitative methods are compared to see if they coverage on a single interpretation of a phenomenon. By Frankel and volume 2008, page 588. Okay, and then moving on, and speaking about the purpose, at first, the primary purpose of the CIP is to propose an experimental model to improve English learning in a public school, outside the school, um, an initiative for policymakers, schools, and teachers. It is essential to mention that the CIP experimental model will follow the syllabus of the 2022 educational program in junior high school. As you all know, in the following year, the 2022 educational program will start to be implemented in junior high school. And on the other hand, the second purpose would be to help English teachers to integrate an online program for future hybrid or online courses. Aguilera, 2021, mentioned that the need to understand how students view their transition to online learning, thus providing higher um, institutions with resources to offer better plan instruction methods during this pandemic and be prepared for future emergencies. Example, natural disasters and pandemics. As well, we all faced basically the COVID pandemic, so we are kind of familiar with the hybrid and online courses. Yeah. Okay. So moving on, the technique and instruments for this specific intervention is the following. In this framework, the interview will be used to collect qualitative information for 11 teachers. Essentially, the instrument will be the semi-structured interview guide to find English teachers' perception about using the CIP experimental model. Specifically, I consider that the application of research instruments such as the reflexive semi-structured interview facilitates the interaction between two individuals, improving the quality of the conclusions due to the involvement of the participants during the interview. Hernandez, 2010, stated that the semi-structured qualitative interview is a research method that brings the researcher closer to the fact under investigation. The interviewee potentially gives all the requested information and is generally recorded. Okay, and moving on, and likewise, the survey would be utilized to collect qualitative information. Specifically, a series of questionnaires were generated in Google Forms. The Google Forms will serve as a tool to collect demographic and opinion information about the functionality of using the CIP experimental model. It is important to emphasize that Google Doc Forms will be used for ease, immediacy, usefulness. Yes. Gonzalo, 2017, mentioned that Google Forms represent a beneficial resource due to their simplicity of handling and mainly due to their accessibility through any device with internet connection and immediacy in the centralized recording of results. And okay, specifically about the overall objective, this research aims to understand how the pre experimental CIP model can be a didactic strategy outside the school to improve students' English language skills. Okay, and talking a little bit about the specific objective. The specific objectives of this research are set out below. First of all, identify how the pre experimental CIP model can be an approach to teaching a foreign language to junior high school students. Second of all, recognize the strengths and weakness of the pre experimental CIP model in secondary education as an approach to teaching a foreign language. Okay, and then we move on to the research questions. The specific research questions are set out below. And first of all, is how can the CIP model be an approach to improve English learning with junior high school students in a public school? Okay, I repeat the question. How can the CIP model be an approach to improve English learning with junior high school students in a public school? And the second research question is what strength and weakness does a CIP model have as an approach to improving learning a foreign language? I repeat the question. What strengths and weakness does a CIP model have as an approach to improving learning a foreign language? Okay, I'll talk a little bit about the context. Uh, in this case, this intervention will take place in the Secundaria Técnica 61, that is located in San Martín Texmelucan de la Bastida. Yes, la colonia is named La Purísima. The institution has a morning shift, number of 749 students. Their ages vary from 14 to 15 years old, with an evening shift number of 542 students. Yes. For the current study, 79 students participants were involved. Their current language is Spanish, and they are learning English as a second language. The content will be semi-urban, and the economic level will be medium low. Most families are merchants, and San Martin Tecnologan is located in one of the biggest markets in Latin America. I would like to emphasize that the school actually has 749 students for the evening and the morning shift. Sorry, I there was a mistake there, but I repeat 749 students for the morning and the evening shift. Okay. Okay, moving on to what is the CIP model? Okay, well, actually, the CIP model stands. It's an abbreviation, yes, that stands for college professors, in-service teachers, and pre-service English teachers. Yes. So as you can see, we actually used one each letter for college, in, and pre. Yes, to do the abbreviation. Yes. The goal in this case will be to improve English learning in Mexico. Yes. The modality will be to teach demo classes during the school year using Google Meet. Yes. So as you can see in this pyramid, yes, we have a bottom, and we continue with at the bottom we have pre-service English teachers with 12 weeks, in-service teacher with 4 weeks, and then in the middle we have the students, and then at the top of the pyramid we have college professors, 4 weeks. Okay, and this proposal actually will took place over 5 months. In the first period, 11 teachers will be part of the present study. Yes, and at first, three pre-service English teachers, yes, taught classes. And then in the following month, four English teachers will teach one per week. Finally, four college professors will teach English 1 month and the final month. The classes will take place using the Google Meet option, yes. So everything will be online. Okay, so in this case, what I refer to pre-service English teachers is undergraduate students, yes, that are still studying at a faculty, yes, still, concluding their courses to obtain a BA, yes, as English teachers. So that is referred to pre-service English teachers. Yes, they'll be teaching 12 weeks. That makes it specifically 3 months. Yes, and moving on, we have in-service teachers. What I refer to in-service teachers as teachers that are, have been many years teaching in front of classes. Yes, the English language, and then they will be teaching, in using the Google Meet, you know, option. They'll be teaching 1 month to the students, and then at the top of the pyramid, we will have college professors that would be teaching 4 weeks, specifically 1 month. Yes, what I refer to college professors is to professors that have an expertise in their field. Yeah, that may be um, teaching at the moment at a university. Yeah, so that is referred to college professors. Okay. Okay, moving on to the logistics of the CIP model. Specifically, if you can see at this table, we have the modality, we have the human capital, we have the participants, and we have the time. Yes, and the modality we have virtual. Everything's going to be taking place in using the Google Meet option. Yes, the human capital. Yes, and at the bottom we have the pre-service English teachers, the participants, and this first starting point will be three participants. Yes, they will have a time of 12 weeks teaching the English language. Yes, that makes it 3 months. And and the second and the second is the part we have. Also, the as a virtual manner we'll be using Google Meet, and the human capital will be in service teachers. Yes, especially we will have four participants. Yes, four participants will be teaching 4 weeks. That makes it one specific month. Yes, and then at the top of the pyramid, as we mentioned before in the table, we will have also in a virtual manner, using Google Meet, college professors that will be involved, for participants, and they will be teaching specifically 4 weeks, 1 month. Yes, and basically this is it. This is the logistics of the CIP model. Yes, and the ELT via Google Meet during the year 2022. Yes. And these are the reference that we used. If you would later want to check out, and revise, the reference that we're using. Yes. Okay. And I'm sharing with you our contact. Yes. The contact of Dr. Benjamin Gutierrez, his email, and my my contact, Med Angel de Estula. Yes. I'm sharing my respective email. And I want to thank you, each and one of you, for assisting to this virtual conference. And I would like to also mention that at the end of the day, this is an ongoing research, and I would like to, um, know your suggestion for this intervention that will be taking place in the following months. Yes. So you already have our contacts. Please feel free in this case to, let your thoughts, about this intervention. Yes. And we enrich from all each and one of you all comments. And thank you so much. I'll send you a big hug, and thank you for assisting to this conference. Thank you, and bye bye.